Hello children, Auntie Maureen here. Some of you will be starting big school in September, so I thought I'd read a story all about a little monkey. It's called School Time for Sammy. Let's read it. While his brother and sister got ready for the first day of school, Sammy climbed his favourite tree and swung from branch to branch. Fred called up, "You're old enough to go to school this year, Sammy." "I don't want to go to school. I want to stay home and play," replied Sammy. "But school is fun and you'll learn all kinds of things," said Sophie. "I'm not going," said Sammy, dangling upside down and pulling a face. "I already know everything. I know how to climb the tallest trees and I can swing really fast. So there." Fred and Sophie rushed off to school. Sammy spent the morning playing, but soon got bored. "What's wrong, Sammy?" asked his mother. "There's nobody to play with," said Sammy grumpily. "Well, all your friends are at school," explained his mother. "Maybe you should go too." "No way!" shouted Sammy, scrambling back up the tree. At last Sophie and Fred returned home, chattering excitedly about their busy day. Sammy ran to greet them. Sammy wanted Fred and Sophie to play with him, but they said that they had homework to do. Sammy did not want to be left out. "I can do homework too," he said. "How many days are there in April?" Fred asked Sophie. 2590 zillion, shouted Sammy. "Oh, Sammy, don't be silly. We're trying to work," said Sophie with a sigh. When Sammy's friend Jack came to visit, he was full of news about school. "The teacher is really nice and I've learned lots of important things," said Jack proudly. "I know what 2 + 1 + 2 is." "So do I," said Sammy, trying to count on his fingers. "What is it then?" asked Jack. It's a lot," Sammy answered. "I even learned to write my own name," Jack continued. He picked up a stick and carefully wrote J-A-K-K in the dirt. "I can write my name too. Look," said Sammy. "That's just a scribble," scoffed Jack. Poor Sammy felt embarrassed. "What else did you do at school?" asked Sammy. "Well, I made lots of new friends and we all played games together," said Jack. Then Jack told Sammy everything that he had learned. His favourite part of the day was show and tell, when people could bring in special things and share them with the class. "You really did do a lot," said Sammy, with a sad sigh. "I'll paint you a picture of a tree if you want," offered Jack to cheer up his friend. "That's another thing I learned today." Sammy watched as Jack brushed paint over a piece of paper. "That's the best picture in the whole world," said Sammy admiringly. When Jack had gone, Sammy tried to draw a tree himself, but his painting just looked like a messy blob. That night at dinner, Sammy was very quiet. He did not feel like eating anything. Sophie and Fred chattered loudly about school. "I got a gold star on my spelling test," bragged Sophie. "I won a race at playtime," said Fred proudly. "Well done, both of you," said their parents. After dinner, Sammy decided that he wanted to be as clever as his brother and sister. He crept quietly over to Sophie's school bag and slipped out a book. He sat in a corner and tried to read it, but the words just looked like squiggles. When Sophie and Fred found Sammy with the book, they read him the story. It was a thrilling tale about pirates. The next morning, Sammy woke up very early. He found his school bag and packed Huffalump, his favourite toy, carefully inside. He wanted to have something for show and tell. Sammy marched into the kitchen and announced, "I'm ready!" Sammy's family looked up in surprise. "Ready for what, Sammy?" asked his father. "I am going to school," declared Sammy. "I want to learn how to read and write and count and draw beautiful pictures." That's wonderful, said his mother. After breakfast, Sammy set off with Sophie and Fred. He made them walk very quickly. I'm already a day late for school, he said. I don't want to miss any more. So, I think Sammy was looking forward to school, wasn't he? And I'm sure you will have a lovely time at school too, children. Bye-bye.